This is where something very important comes in called behavioral modification. Now, one of the things that happens is that B.F. Skinner said to us that all we have to do is we have to have the perfect contingent rewards. How many of you have wanted to pay your children for grades? How many of you have wanted to give your children prizes for good behavior and things like that? It's because we want to, we've learned from B.F. Skinner that if you give rewards, behavior can be explained, and if you can reinforce the behavior that you want and not reinforce the behavior that you don't want, that your chances of getting the behavior that you want increase. But there is a problem with this behavioral modification theory, and that's that B.F. Skinner is quoted as saying, as scientific explanation becomes more and more comprehensive, the contribution which may be claimed by the individual himself appears to approach zero. Behaviorists believe that we have no choice, that it's totally what happens to us, the experiences, and whether they were rewarding experiences or unhappy experiences, that basically determine all of the choices that we make. Skinner's work is based on the idea that behavior is based on its consequences, and that behavior is followed by favorable consequences, positive reinforcement is repeated, and behavior that is followed by unfavorable consequences, negative reinforcement, tends not to be repeated. And then if you heard the stories about what the behaviorists did to their children and how those children turned out, their theories had a few holes in them. Now, do we believe that if you reward a behavior that you want, if you notice it, if you commend it, that the chances of it being repeated do increase? Yes. But do we believe that everything is about contingent rewards? Absolutely not, because men aren't animals. They have a thing called meaning. How many of you know that men, all of us, have this thing called meaning? And it drives us to make sense out of our lives. So we don't respond just like animals. Okay, so people said, I've been marching around for 30 years talking about this stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, we love coming to your talks. Oh yeah, you're so, inspirational, and you're so motivational, and we take your little books home and we read them, but then what? Didn't help me. I mean, my kid's still like, I don't know what to do. I want a step by step. You tell me, help me, make it easy. Hello, you're the expert. Figure this out. I did. I created this thing called capables. And these guys say, I am capable of greatness. Don't we want our children to know that they truly are capable of greatness? Guess what? They're wearing capes. Capables. We want them to develop superhero powers of patience, superhero powers of health, superhero powers of fortitude, superhero powers of love and kindness and compassion, superhero powers that matter. Do we want our children flying when they're 4? No. Do we want them to learn patience? Yes. So superhero powers that matter. Now on this cape, remember, Skinner said we need a behavioral modification way to modify behavior. We need contingent rewards that are good. But what we need to do is we need to catch children doing something that we want them to do, so that instead of praising them, we can commend them. We can notice them. We can admire them for their choice. So when our child does something good, oh, Tommy, I noticed that you were very loving and kind and helpful to your sister. Bring me your capable. I want to give you a badge of honor for love. And you stick the badge of honor for love on there. Now the game is, we have badges of honor for health, badges of honor for listening, badges of honor for self-control and patience and helping with the environment and excellence, badges of honor for all kinds of really cool things. The game is that they get this, and it's their job, and it's the capable's job when they come into the house. They have a big party, like a birthday party, and it's my job to help you become great. And it's mom and daddy's job, and we're all on the same team, and it's grandma and grandpa's and aunts and uncles. Everybody comes because it's going to be everybody's job to help become great. And so now we get to talk about the rules. And the rules are that you get this cape, and you get to earn these badges of honor and play the great game. However, 12 badges wins you a cape. You get to take it off, put it on your wall, get a new cape, and start the game again. But now imagine this, you guys. Our children are going to sleep and waking up to a wall of honor. Their wall of honor. They have made a choice. This isn't praise. This is recognition of a choice well made. And if they are seeing this in their little subconscious when they wake up, they go, I'm capable of making great choices. I'm capable of making great choices. I'm capable of making great choices. It's very powerful. Now, that's all fun and good, and I like that. I like it very much. It's a great game, but that's not the best part of this game. Because one of our things our children need more than they need commendation and admiration and respect, which they need, is that they need discipline. Now, how many of you get confused about what good discipline is? That was the hardest part for me about being a parent. I wanted to threaten. See, I thought that if I just said one more time, you do that one more time, and he was just going to magically go, oh yeah, one more time, I better make the right choice. You know, what we do is we tell them, now, this is the deal. If you make a mistake, even if you've earned 11 badges, you only need one more to win the cape. If you make a mistake, you lose all of your badges. Now, usually when I have primary school teachers and I watched you put your hand to your mouth, I love that because that happens every time. Mothers go, oh, all of their badges? Put her in jail now for abuse. Why all of their badges? Because we need to teach children severe consequences when the severe consequence can't hurt them. We're waiting until they're 14, 15, when one mistake, unprotected sex, can kill you or change your life forever. One mistake of taking a drug can kill you. One mistake of getting behind the wheel of a car when you've had something to drink can kill you or cause you to kill innocent human beings. They don't get any do-overs. There are no mulligans. But what if while their neural nets are forming, we can teach them what a severe consequence is? Now, the reason that I know this is that Dr. Klein was the one that told me as I was developing this. He said that in the animal kingdom, there is horse or a whale. At a certain critical age, that horse or that whale will kick their offspring so hard it knocks the bejeebies out of them. But they only do it once. And that animal never, ever knows where the line is and knows where the boundary is. Now, we don't want to be kicking our children. But listen to this. If we take off all of the badges, what are our children going to do? They're going to do what they're supposed to do. They're going to fall on the floor. They're going to kick and scream. They're going to go, not my badges! It's not fair. And we're going to go, that's right. Life isn't fair. I'm so glad you're learning that now. What a great human you're becoming. This is working. Yay! And then we pick them up and we wipe their tears away and we hug on them. We can even get in the floor with them. I mean, if you're one of those moms that this is so traumatizing for you, and I promise you there are moms out here that this is going to be traumatizing, and you've got to take off all the badges, get in the floor with them and kick and go, I didn't want to take all your badges. It's not fair. Why is Don making me do this? And then you two have your little, moment, and then collect yourself again and say, okay, we can do this. We're strong. We're determined. And then you pick them up and you dry off their tears and you say, okay, now, it's not the falling down that makes us a great human being. It's the getting back up. And how fast can you get back up? If you can collect yourself and show me your superhero powers of self-control, I will put a badge of honor of self-control on and we will start the game again. We don't want these capes going on that wall easily. When these capes go on their wall of honor, these kids should have worked their tails off for these capes because honor is not cheap. Our servicemen understand that. They risk their lives for the concept of honor. How wonderful and powerful it would be if we could begin to teach our children things like that. Every time I put one of these on, I could stand taller as a child and know that I really am capable of greatness.